Hello and welcome to the channel. The new Nigeria People's Party NNPP has said that its presidential candidate, Dr. Rabiu Kwakwanso, won't be stepping down for the People's Democratic Party PDP counterpart, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you. Kwankwaso won't step down for Atiku, NNPP. The new Nigeria People's Party has said its presidential candidate, Dr. Rabiu Kwakwanso, will not step down for his People's Democratic Party's counterpart, Atiku Abubakar. The spokesman for the NNPP, Major Agbo, who disclosed this in an interview with one of our correspondents, faulted a report that northern leaders were pressurizing Kwankwaso to step down for Atiku. Reacting to the report, Agbo asked, "How can anybody come out to say Kwankwaso should step down for Atiku? No, it is Atiku that should step down." According to him, Kwankwaso is in the race to win, stressing that he will emerge the next president of the country. The NNPP spokesperson did not, however, rule out the possibility of alliance talk, which he said will be done on its terms. When asked about the update on the alleged talks between his party and the presidential campaign team of the Labour Party, Agbo dismissed the report. Go and ask Dr. Doyin Okukbe. He was the one who scuttled the first alliance talk because he came into the negotiation with his unusual agenda that Obi should be made the president. How can Obi be president over Kwankwaso? Also, the national chairman of NNPP, Rufai Alkali, also shared the same position as Agbo when he described the report as untrue. Alkali, a professor of political science, said the report was the handiwork of persons bent on deceiving Nigerians to score cheap political points. He said, "It is completely false. We are not surprised at all that this story is coming out this way at this time. All discerning Nigerians have been following the pattern. They first said our candidate was going to step down for Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. When we debunked it, they said the NNPP had surrendered to the Labour Party and Peter Obi. When we explained the circumstances, they kept quiet. Next, there was an attempt by our elders at the Arewa Consultative Forum Dialogue for presidential candidates to present their manifestos. We agreed with the organizers, but we realized that there were forces working to undermine the process by using the platform to endorse a northern candidate. When Kwankwaso did not appear, that project collapsed. In the past few weeks, our candidate presented his blueprint, which came out very solid. He was at the Arise TV CDD presidential debate, which was very successful. He traveled to the southeast and spent 3 days in Enugu and Abakaliki. With all these achievements, fear has gripped them. They have now come up with another card that he is under pressure to step down. Step down for who? Under what circumstances? Has it happened in the history of democracy in Nigeria that a presidential candidate with a strong party backing him, with Nigerians urging him to move on, will surrender his structures to someone else? Now that he has become a shining star, they are scared. It is sheer propaganda and psychological warfare, and all those behind this should stop. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and please turn the notification bell on. Thank you. Some former members of the All Progressives Congress and the People's Democratic Party in Kaltungo local government area of Gombe State on Sunday defected to the new Nigeria People's Party. Receiving the defectors, the governorship candidate of the party in the state, Kamisu Mailantaki, alongside other party chieftains, congratulated the new members for finding refuge in the NNPP. According to Mailantaki, their coming into the party at this period was a great success, as he assured them that they will be carried along in all his political activities. He said both the PDP and the APC had been opportune to rule the state in the past years, alleging, however, that they had not performed according to the people's expectations. Meanwhile, the presidential candidate of the new Nigeria People's Party, Rabiu Kwakwanso, said he would examine and review all subsidy regimes from the 1970s till date. He also promised to ensure that all entrance examinations into tertiary institutions were free for Nigerians. Kwankwaso, a former governor of Kano State, highlighted this in his 160-page manifesto and policy document titled "My Pledges to You, the RMK 2023 Blueprint," which was unveiled and obtained by the Punch in Abuja. Specifically, he said his administration, if elected in 2023, would ensure that parents do not pay a dime as registration fees for the West African Examination Council, Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, and the National Examination Council. Kwankwaso said, apart from ensuring free examination forms, JAMB and UTME results under his government would have a lifespan of 4 years. Although there was silence on whether his administration would end the controversial petrol subsidy, gulping trillions of naira annually, Kwankwaso said Nigeria had lost billions to subsidies. Hence, if elected, his administration would access the past subsidy regime in the overall interest of Nigeria. Subsidies were first introduced in Nigeria in the 1970s as a response to the oil price shock of 1973, the Punch learnt. The NNPP presidential candidate also pledged to mop up the 20 million out-of-school children in Nigeria in the next 4 years. He said this will be achieved through the launch of a 500,000 classroom initiative in his first few weeks in office by building 40 blocks of classrooms per local government per annum for the first 4 years. Kwankwaso in the document maintained that examination agencies are not revenue-generating agencies and must not operate as such. Concerning security, the NNPP presidential candidate stated that an additional 750,000 personnel will be recruited into the armed forces and that the Nigerian police force will be expanded to 1 million active servicemen and women. Speaking further at the event, Kwankwaso said the release of the manifesto was delayed deliberately because his ideas could easily be picked by other candidates to forge their own arrangements. He said, "We are happy that at least the three parties have already released their own blueprints. We have seen them, and anybody looking at our own would agree with me that there are original ideas that we have been nursing over the years to have an opportunity to bring them to Nigeria." He said, "The country has never been so divided as it is now, with massive mistrust amongst the people. The level of insecurity has never been this bad, with everywhere being unsafe and everyone feeling threatened. The economic woes resulting in abject poverty for the majority have never been this biting, with avoidable inflation and the free fall of the naira. The unemployment crisis is so concerning. It appears that no effort is being made to create opportunities for the thousands of unemployed youths, resulting in despondency, hopelessness, and an increase in crime." He, however, assured that the NNPP would right the wrongs of past administrations. Also speaking, Dr. Rabiu Kwakwanso says his administration will dialogue with every Nigerian and groups that are aggrieved over the situation in the country. That's the news, guys. Bye.